everybody, I am Key and this is Leonardo, and welcome to Key's Crazy Reptiles. Now today we are going to be discussing how to handle your baby leopard gecko. Now this isn't an exact tutorial, this is my first leopard gecko and he is obviously still a little skittish and isn't fully tamed yet. I've only had him for a few weeks now, so it is still going to take time. And I also felt a bit bad because he did not like the camera being above him, and typically I have the lights dimmed while I handle him because you're only supposed to handle them at night, but I did turn on the lights for the sake of this video. So if he is a bit skittish, that would be why. Now the first thing I'm trying to do here is basically I'm trying to do the scoop technique, which is where you scoop underneath of them instead of grabbing at them. This makes them a lot calmer than usual instead of freaking out that you're grabbing at them like a predator would. It will take some time because it is a bit hard to scoop a baby leopard gecko up. They will just kind of crawl off of your hand. As you guys can see here, he just does not want to be picked up at the moment, but it does take time, and don't be discouraged if they don't want to stay in your hand right away. Also, if it does look a bit odd while I'm picking him up, it's because I'm trying not to knock over my tripod in the process, so I'm sorry if it looks a bit weird. Something that is very important when it comes to handling your baby leopard gecko is once you have them in your hands, let them calm down for a second. Usually petting my leopard gecko will help him, but as you guys can see, he did not like being touched, so he jumped off again. But that's okay, because every gecko is going to react differently, and some geckos that like something at one point in time may not like it even a few minutes later. So just take your time and let your gecko take its time as well. Also, in case anybody is wondering, I have the bucket underneath of him so that if he does try to hop off, he won't run away and possibly get lost or hurt himself in the process. So I have the bucket underneath of him so that he basically just, if he tries to hop off, he goes into the bucket instead of on the ground, which I do recommend with baby leopard geckos because they can be very, very quick. As you guys can see here, I'm sliding my hand underneath of his chin and his chest to kind of distract him away from, instead of wanting to jump off, he's wanting to go onto my hand and explore more. So basically when you put your hand underneath of them like this, very, very gently, they will want to crawl into your hand and kind of explore a bit. Something very important to keep in mind as well is that my gecko was not this calm before. Although he doesn't seem very calm in this video because of all the lights and the camera and stuff, as you guys can see, he is just sitting there and kind of not moving very much. But it is important to know that before, he was a lot more, I guess, skittish and jumpy and did not want to be held. But over time, he has gotten to the point where he does like to sit in my hands and just chill and lay down on my warm hands. So yeah, it does take a lot of time, and eventually your leopard gecko can be a lot calmer like mine, and probably even calmer than this video, because typically he just likes to move around, but I think because of this camera, he's like, nope, I don't like the camera, take it away. They are crawling on your hands like he is. You do want to rotate your hand as they're crawling, kind of as a trust build to let them know, hey, I'm not going to let you fall off my hand. I am going to move my hand with you so that you don't fall. It's kind of some way to build trust with them. Something important that I'd also like to mention is that this is more so how I handle my leopard gecko, not how to handle your leopard gecko, I guess. I have never had a leopard gecko before, except for obviously now, and he's still a juvenile or a baby, I guess, so he is going to be a lot more skittish than an adult. So if you guys have an adult, I do recommend watching other YouTubers' videos, and if you have a baby, don't just take my advice and just be like, okay, that's how you handle them, but you can take tips from my advice, I guess, like some of my tips and tricks and everything, and use that with your leopard gecko. Every gecko is going to be different. Some of your geckos will want to be handled the way that I'm handling mine, and some of your geckos may not. Every gecko is different, and every person is different, and it's important to just realize that maybe your gecko doesn't want to be handled a certain way, and maybe you don't want to handle your gecko a certain way. So it's all up to you guys. Just make sure that your gecko trusts you. Now, I don't know if you guys caught that, but after watching this video, I have noticed that he did start getting a bit bored because I wasn't moving my hands around as much as I was before. So, he got bored and he decided, hey, I'm gonna try to jump out of this bucket. And obviously, as you guys could see, he almost got away with it, but once again, the bucket was there to stop him from getting on the outside. Now, keep in mind, although this video kind of seems like the bucket's fairly tall, I actually purposely bought a smaller, and a bit more shallow of a bucket so that if he does decide to jump off of my hands, he doesn't fall very far down. And it has paper towel and stuff like that at the bottom, so it's kind of padded to where he doesn't get hurt. Also, as you guys can see, once again, I'm moving my hand in front of him to see if he's comfortable and okay with it. He does seem to be okay with it right now, but I'm just moving my hand in front of him and around him so that he sees that I'm being gentle and that I'm not trying to hurt him. Now, right here is cut to a different clip, and I don't know why, but for some reason I'm leaning in front of the light, so I'm really sorry about that. But once again, I'm just trying to scoop underneath of him, and he is getting a bit skittish again. This is because I had to stand up real quick and put him down from before while handling him, so he did get a bit spooked by that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I do feel a bit bad for making him a bit more skittish by having the camera and the lights on, but hopefully in the future he won't mind it too much, and hopefully I can find a way to have good lighting while still having it dark in the room. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and share this video if you can, and yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed, and bye!